Hi there. So we've had some questions come up regarding how to submit the work on some of our lab assignments. So if you've noticed, the files in Moodle, it only accepts a single PDF document. So I'd posted some instructions earlier in the semester about how to do this, but I thought having a visual, sort of step-by-step process for how to, execute this would be good for us. So I've got myself a nice blank Word document here. So I'm using the actual like on my computer Word software, but the web app you can get to from our website as a Mars Hill student also works just fine. And suppose I wanted to include some pictures in here. All right, so starting off from this home tab, we don't really need much that's on this guy. What instead we're going to do is go after this fellow right here labeled insert. So there's an insert tab, both in the web app and right here. So, and we're going to want to put in a picture. So I've kind of set up a couple of pictures of like pictures from a calculator that I wanted to use here. So you click pictures, it pops up. Yeah, I like playing games. You see lots of pictures sitting in there. Let's go to the desktop and we'll put in this one picture of my blank, calculator that I was pointing out where the math menu button was. All right, so there's one. Now, on your labs, you've got multiple sheets, right? And your pictures that you'd be taking are probably about the size of a piece of paper. So trying to put too many of them onto one picture, probably not the best call. So I would recommended doing one image per page. So in order to do that, I'm going to do insert here. And so in order to generate another page, I'm going to insert a page break after that first picture. All right, so now my next image can go on to the next page, all nice and free and clear. We'll put that guy right there where I was pointing out, where you could get to some, particular features inside the math menu. All right, so those are the pictures I'm wanting to send. Now, I want to do this as a PDF. And you probably don't need me to tell you, Word defaults to saving in a what's called the docx, format. So if I want to save it as a PDF instead, what I'm going to do is come over here to this guy labeled File, click on that, and I'm going to want the Save As option. So to do Save As, it's going to give a bunch of options. I'll just save mine to the desktop so I know exactly where it's sitting. Pick a folder where you can find it easily, documents or what have you. And I'm going to type in a name. I'll do example, and it defaults to Word documents. You're going to want to scroll through this list so you see PDF right here. So we do that. I hit save, and my computer is now trying to load up the PDF using, Adobe Acrobat. The same thing will probably happen if you have a different, software, package. But there you go. There's the PDF saved, and now I could go upload that into Moodle, just, like you've done some other stuff. So a couple of things I wanted to point out. I know some of you are using, Apple devices to take your pictures. Some Apple devices will default to saving pictures in a what's called an HEIC image format. Microsoft products don't really play all that well with that particular format. So before you try to put them in, you might want to convert the images into the JPEG format. I guess PNG would also work, but JPEG did just fine for these pictures. So that's one thing. Another suggestion, if it happens that for some reason you just don't want to use Microsoft Word via hard software or the web app, and you were doing this with a Google Doc, the same process pretty much works. There's still an insert tab. I think it's labeled image instead of picture. Instead of save, you would want to do download, and inside your download options, it actually lets you download it just straight up as a PDF. So you'll be able to take care of that pretty readily. Hopefully, this gives you, the idea on how you can generate a PDF, using just a set of pictures you've taken for your, labs or anything else that you need to submit work for digitally. As always, let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully this has been useful. Thanks for watching.